Hi, I'm Osa of Osa Guided Photography, and welcome to part three of 14 ways to go from a seed to a sprout in Sprout Studios. And today we are working on creating your first invitation. So we're here in our dashboard and we're going to go to invitations and we're going to click add new. And we're going to rename this invitation. I like to call my invitations e-coffees. All right, so we've renamed. Now we are going to choose our availability. And essentially here, this is where you will populate all of the times you're available. But don't get scared, of course, because this process is actually quite simple. So if we click on Friday the 5th, which is today, we will click add new and it will drop down to give us a time interval. So from X time to X time. So I am only available from 5 p.m. today until 9 p.m. today. Add new. And now that I think about it, I'm actually only available during this time slot on Fridays. So I actually click all Fridays. And now every Friday, moving forward, I'm set to be available from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Now, I also want to pick 2 more days of the week to allow for clients to set up consultation calls to just learn more about the session and etc. So I'm going to click Monday and I'm going to choose from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And I'm going to click add new. I'm actually also available on Wednesdays at this exact same time as well. So we're going to go here when it says specific days of the week. Monday is checked. Wednesday is now checked. And we click add. And hey, we now have 2 days where we're available at the same time. But we now also have a total of 3 days where we have availability for e-coffee meetings. Yes, you can also borrow that e-coffee tagline. It's one of my favorites. So now we're going to get the booking window, and essentially this window is where you can dictate how far in advance your client can see your calendar. Ongoing essentially is indefinitely. Start to end is from a specific start date, is for a specific start and end date. Rolling window is set for X number of days and or weeks ahead. So if I do 1 day ahead, I can only see the next day. But if I do 2 weeks ahead, my clients can only see 2 weeks into the future on my calendar for at least this invitation. Now from there, we're going to go to the minimum scheduling notice. The minimum scheduling notice is essentially the amount of time you need in order for someone to book this invitation. And a day can work for some people, but actually, I feel like I need probably a little less time. Maybe an hour is probably okay. Actually, let's just do 2 hours just to be safe in case I have any prior engagements that might run over or interfere with my e-coffee time with my potential client. Now from there, the invitation type will keep that the same and we'll go to advanced availability. From advanced availability, we have maximum available per day, available increments, buffer before events, and buffer after events, and users. So, maximum availability per day. That essentially is the maximum number of invitations that can be booked on any given day. If you click no limits, depending on your amount of availability, this may or may not drive you insane. So be warned. I personally have a set max, so we can click set max because I only want a set number of coffee meetings per day, because you can only spend so much time on Zoom and on the phone. So I will set this max to 3 per day. And also my availability increments, I will set them to an hour, so 60 minutes. You can set them for less or more in custom. And then I don't need any buffer time before my events, and I don't need any buffer time after my events. Users, this will actually come into play if you have multiple team members. So if you have yourself and maybe your second or an associate, they can also be chosen to be met with during this invitation, depending on if you choose them to be invited or not. From there, we're going to go to date details and date approval type. Auto approval is self-explanatory. Auto approves whatever your client books for that specific date and or time. Manual approval requires that you actually have to go into Sprout and confirm that you want this time to be booked for your given event. The date length, of course, is set to 60 minutes, so that means your meeting will be 60 minutes long. And then date name, I usually change this to the coffee with contact name, just to give you some clarification. The contact name will actually be you, and then your address, of course, is optional. But given the times we're in, many of us are doing Zoom meetings, so I can put in Zoom. And in the notes, I like to put in my personal meeting ID along with the password for Zoom meetings. From there, we will go to communication. Actually, let's just go back to date details. Just an FYI, for your date name, this will show up in your email when it gets sent to your clients. Just an FYI. So if you have this set as your invitation tab above, it brings some cohesiveness to your naming conventions, so you don't have to have two different names for the same thing. So we're going down to communication. This is where you can add a questionnaire and or a welcome message and or thank you message. Right now, we're going to skip this for the time being and come back to this in a later video. And then we will click down to share. And share is where, of course, you can find the link to your invitation and also the embedded code. So if you want to embed this invitation into your website, you can. I personally have not. I emailed this link to my clients when they inquire. And from there, you can click save. And guess what? You have an invitation. But let's just check it. So you can check this one of two ways. You can click the name of your invitation and it'll bring you back to kind of the setup. You can click share and click this button here, which is the link icon, and click view. Or you can exit out of here and click the three dots on the side and click View Invitation. You can also click Embed, Clone, Archive, etc. Personally, I use the three dots. It's quicker, it's easier. I will click View Invitation and we can choose a date from here. So I will click today, click 5 p.m., enter my details, click next, confirm my date and time, and my date is booked. And that's great. But let's say you also want to create an invitation for your in-person sales sessions. We can click the three ellipses on the side and click Clone Invitation. From there, you can click Edit and rename your invitation accordingly. So I will call this Ordering Session Availability. I will keep that the same. Actually, I'm going to add more time to this availability. So Saturdays, 9 to 5, and all Saturdays moving forward. My rolling window will stay the same. My advanced availability will stay the same. Now we're going to go down to date details. I'm going to adjust this to say ordering session with, of course, yourself or whoever's the contact person for that specific invitation. But also I want to manually approve because I want to make sure that I have enough time to set up any galleries that might need to get set up and or just confirm that all edits have been completed by the time that they schedule this ordering session. From there, we can click Update, and we now have an ordering session update. We now have an ordering session invitation. Now from there, we can click the little ellipses. We can click View Invitation. That will bring us to an ordering session with Osakure Gede. And we're going to schedule this for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Enter in our contact details. We'll click Next. We just confirm that this is an ordering session on Saturday the 6th, Saturday, February the 6th at 10 a.m. and we'll propose a date and time. And my date has been submitted. Let's go to our calendar just to confirm that those dates that we made earlier are all set. Our calendar. And hey, it looks like today's e-coffee with myself has been set to 5 p.m. It looks like that works pretty well. And then we also have our ordering session for tomorrow that has been proposed. So let's click into it. Click Edit. And we can hit Approve. But you can also see this from the main dashboard, so you don't actually have to come into your calendar and see this. If you click Overview, you will see in your dashboard, you will see waiting session with Osakure Gede for tomorrow at 10. You can click this and you can edit date and confirm and or essentially approve from here, approve and click Update and that event has been booked. So congrats, you've created your first event. You can now either do an auto approval and or manual approval. Till our next video, I'll see you soon. And of course, congrats on creating your first invitation. Our next video will be going over creating your pricing list.